And yes, we would like to play first. No, we don't want to keep this hand. So yes, we'd like to mulligan. This hand, much better. We'll find out if they kept the anything in, since we're going to start off with Zenith for 0, get Arbor, could easily go fetch land into Ghastly Demise on his side, and let's find out if that's what he's intending to do. Choke's very good against blue decks. Don't know if you guys know this, but you need mana in order to play Magic. This is an idea. That'll let you guys be able to see what card I'm hovering over a little easier. Well, let's find out. My favorite thing to do. This goes back to when you don't have anything to bait with. Baiting is very important, but when you don't have anything at all to bait with, sometimes you have to improvise. Yep. So in this case, we're improvising with just playing the spell. Is it going to be Horizon Canopy, Dryad Arbor, or Caracas that you're going to get rid of? Whichever one it is, it's okay. I have doubles of all the colors that I have out this time. It'll be a Bayou that you're getting. I know that, because you want to play Pulse or Deed. Let me start with Goyf. Good call, good call. I, on the other hand, am not as forgiving. We drew Wasteland, and we're definitely going to take advantage of it. Every non-blue land that he has, right now 2, is one land closer to, well, I don't have to worry about days. One land closer to our opponent actually being threatening. So they're probably thinking, oh, well, we can get this deed down and this, that, and the other. And now they're looking and going, oh, crap. I can't. And that's exactly what we want, is for them to not be able to. We want to now race them. If I do get a possibility to untap with these and use this, I'm going to wipe out as much of his graveyard as possible just to keep the Ghastly Demises in check. Alright, I like that. I'm actually just going to get this going. He's got the Force. There it goes. Got rid of a Snapcaster. Still just going for his things. If he can't Wasteland, then we aren't as worried. And he doesn't want to eat the Dryad Arbor, because that just means that the ooze gets a little bit bigger. And the ooze getting bigger does the exact same thing for both of us, so it makes his graveyard have to be one bigger. While this could be bad, but he let me untap. So I guess our opponent could have Submerge. Submerge those, Ghastly Demise the Arbor, waste the Canopy. building up to be able to play his spells. Yeah, it's a deed. So, charging up to play deed. Doesn't have it out there yet, so I'm okay with that. If you're wondering why I'm using the Arbor, it is simply because it is an Arbor. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Wasteland. Let's find out what he's wasting. Alright, the only other thing we have to do this turn is attack, so we've F6'd. At least I think that wasn't the 4, yeah. Color's limited to singles on each, but, I mean, even if he draws a Wasteland, that's him not playing a spell. And nothing on their turn. Well, I like this. Do I pay 8? Or do I just wait until next turn? Reason I'd be I'd be paying 9. I'm sorry, bad math. So yeah, if I take the Bob, then I take the Batterskull as well, and I risk whatever's on top. If I take the Batterskull, it sits in hand, it does nothing, so I'm just going to let this be. We'll try and set that up next turn. We're 3-ing our opponent now. There's the Bayou. That means our opponent probably has a Ghastly Demise, in which case he's wanting to fetch again. It's okay, you can fetch. You just don't have to use it. Ooh, Dismember. Extra damage. I can live with that. If he didn't fetch again, that means that he only has islands left in his deck that are fetchable. It means no basic forest. Makes you wish that it makes me wish that I had something that would waste lock my opponent. We have the deed in hand. We're not short any mana at this point. We'll find out what they're planning on doing. We can pretty much deal with whatever. Liliana would suck, but yeah, so he'll Edict us. Next turn we'll draw Bob. We're going to draw Bob. We have a top. This plan has flaws. So, by the way, you cannot Ghastly Demise Bob. Look at, there's a new forest. And I am going to pay the life here. I'd rather have the new card. We'll deal with the lack of lands later. Hi, there's Bob. And here's Dryad Arbor. I mean, if our opponent wastes us, or, well, not wastes us, but kills the Arbor and then forces us to Edict Bob, yeah, that sucks, but you're still at 1 land. Oh, now 2. Got a Goyf? Nope. Wasting the Arbor. Can't Ghastly Demise Bob. She's very good. So let's see. going to keep this. I'm going to play the... Not playing the bird, by the way. But that can go on top. We're just going to play the forest. We're going to discard the bird. So let's see. We actually don't have enough unless we see a mystic. But we can actually deal with this right now. I'm just going to always yield to that. Do that smart. Let's see. We take 4. We shuffle. We play our Liliana. Takes out his. Yeah. So we're at 2 life. We run the risk of just like dying to a Goyf, but so be it. He needs the land. He's got to have the counter spell for this. He could always play double Piranha Marsh. And we're just looking for that. Let's see what else is there. I'd rather have the Pulse next turn if he does something random. And boom. There is a black creature on the field. He's at 1 land, and as of next turn we can start drawing 2 cards with no life loss at all. We've got 5 more minutes on our clock. I mean, he could play Goyf. If he does play Goyf, we have the Pulse on top. In which case he's again down to 1 land. Hi, Goyf. That was a big one. Next turn. So yeah, next turn we get to start hitting for a lot more. We'll be recurring our guys. We're going to start off with the Arbor. That way we can, unless he draws another land, I mean, he could get the other land. Yeah. We'd start off with the Arbor simply because we could play the sword, get the Arbor back, play the Arbor. So I think we'll be fine here like this, knowing that he's got Lilianas of his own. I'm thinking that we may want these. He saw the chokes, his forces will come back in. Wait, I saw a force at some point, didn't I? No. Nothing got forced. Yeah, nothing got forced. What am I thinking? So he'll probably bring in 2 or 3 forces just to try and deal with chokes, possibly some discard. But we've got enough to deal with that. The only thing I'm thinking about right now are probably these 2 Inquisitions. They fit in, but it's just a matter of where. The Ooze, useful, but I think its purpose has been served. I'd actually rather have the Mystic again at this point. And we can drop those. The reason I'd rather have the Mystic is just because of Light and Shadow. I didn't see a Pulse. I haven't seen a Deed. If he had the Pulse, he would have pulsed out the chokes. Could have Nature's Claim. All these different things. But we'll find out soon.